Well, hello, and welcome to a scuffed playthrough of Fire Emblem Engage. All streamed on the channel, but for those who don't really want to watch hours of livestream VODs, here's a summary to catch yourselves up. I start the playthrough by selecting Sharky as my name, cause I'm boring. Also, the name Toothpaste exceeded the 8-character limit. I will be referring to her as the default name Alear, cause referring to essentially myself from a script is kind of cringe. I chose maddening difficulty cause I am an amazing strategist who definitely does not misplay whatsoever. This is what we call foreshadowing. Additionally, it's on classic mode, meaning units that die are gone forever. And I will be using DLC, though it will make the game easier. To compensate, there will be plenty of shenanigans scattered throughout the run. And this run will be an Ironman because I enjoy getting attached to characters who will inevitably die. While the scripted tutorial goes on in the background, I can explain the rules of an Ironman. It's mostly two things. A, I cannot rewind turns or reset a map, and B, if I get a game over, I have to start the run all over again. Which in most cases is just keeping the protagonist alive, but I occasionally have to watch out for other conditions. But for now, the run starts fairly straightforward and very awkwardly as I struggle to commentate over a tutorial.
You wanna see damage? Here's damage.
Yeah, not my best effort, is it? After slapping the Fell Dragon a few times, our protagonist is suddenly woken up in bed by two strangers, just watching us sleep. But the more egregious crime here is the fact that we wake up fully clothed, footwear and all. You know, at least take the boots off when you're in bed. Don't get all the mud on the sheets and ugh. We are introduced as the Divine Dragon with a bit of amnesia, and our stewards decide to bring us to our mother. But we're ambushed by a bunch of Corrupted, a common enemy type in the game, starting the Chapter 1 map. Our first recruited unit is Vander, a pre-promoted axe-wielding paladin who is meant to help you through the early game, but his stats do fall off fairly quickly, so he takes the role of durable-ish cannon fodder. In this map, we are tasked with rescuing our bed watchers, and by that I mean hide in some bushes and watch their suffering from afar. And just when things seemed hopeless for our stalker twins, we remember how to use the main mechanic of the game, and Fire Emblem Engage, yeah. Using our ring, we awaken Marth from the hit game series Super Smash Bros., granting extra buffs and abilities to take on the last few enemies. Overall, it's not a difficult map, more of a job to get some combat experience onto Alear, though the Ironman did almost end due to the massive spider that had infiltrated my recording space.
Oh my god, it's a massive spider. Holy shit, it's coming towards me. Oh fucking hell. No, don't come closer! No. Please, yeah, no, please, go the other way. Please go the other way! Oh, fuck me! Oh, shit. Okay, what do I do here?
After the map, we are eventually overwhelmed by corrupted reinforcements, but are bailed out by a big dragon that laser beams them all. But it's not just a dragon, it's a milfy dragon, Queen Lumera. Ara! Lumera, sensing this post-scripted crime against your ears, challenges us to a battle. Why experience stalkers when you can play as them? We recruit Clan a mage and Fram a chi adept, and one of our only healers until we're able to reclass our units, so I better not get her killed. This map is also tutorial-like, with only a handful of enemies, but it introduces a few things. 1. The break mechanic. Using the right weapon type against another inflicts break, preventing them from counter-attacking in that battle, and the one after, given you actually land the hit. Bosses on maddening difficulty are immune to this. 2. Units can only drop a counter-attack if the attacker is within their own attack range, which is why Clan attacking from 2 range isn't getting hit back from Lumera. 3. Engaging with a ring only lasts for 3 turns, then it goes away, to be recharged through various actions or ending your turn on tiles with emblem energy, refilling it completely. After we defeat Lumera, reinforcements are summoned and she activates an emblem ring of her own, Sigurd from Fire Emblem Genealogy of the Holy War, granting her a movement stat reminiscent to Sigurd's original game. Lumera charges halfway down the map to nearly one-shot Vander with a Horse Slayer, but Fram bails him out with a Chain Guard. The following turn we pile on Lumera, ending the map without much trouble. While celebrating our easy win, Lumera gifts us a fairly weak Alear exclusive weapon, which at the time of making this summary video has only been used for setting up kills for weaker units, in the name of XP gain. The next chapter opens with a sort of dream, a vision that accurately depicts my facial expression when I discover a wife who I like. After waking up, we discover our home is under attack by mystery soldiers and move into action. This is the first map where permadeath is actually a thing. After huddling on the left side for a turn, we receive 3 new units. Alfred, an all-rounder cavalier suffering from low base stats, Boucheron with a strangely backwards personal skill, and Etier with a pathetically low build stat, making most weapons she holds way down her speed. Despite that, I will still attempt to use her. But it's not all bad news. Boucheron takes the title of the first crit of the playthrough at a 4% chance, clearing up room for Etier to perfectly one-shot a flyer further away. Much of my strategy for this map is just to let the enemies come to us and striking on my own turn, slowly advancing north, wiping out whatever comes. At the same time, I'm feeding kills to Etier as kills grant more experience. Near the end of my luring, the last 6 enemies, including the boss, charges forwards, leaving too many targets for my units to handle, so I body block the boss with Vander, take care of the nearby enemies, wait a turn, and on the following turn incinerate the low magic resistance Armor Knight boss with Plan, ending the map with no casualties. Or do I? After the map, we are approached by the presumed leader of the group, who tries to eviscerate Alir, but Lumera gets in the way, taking the hit instead, and saving us from a game over. After being one-shot and dropping as much exposition as possible before dying, Lumera is added as her first victim on the death counter. So anyways, she tells us to collect all 12 emblem rings, take down the Fell Dragon, and the only thing chat cared about was the lack of Vander's screen time.
Can that woman move already? There's not enough space for Vander on the screen.
Oh, also we officially have the Sigurd ring off of our mom's corpse, so that's pretty cool. In light of our new goal, Alfred, the Crown Prince of Firene, takes us to his place, and on the way we find a bunch of corrupted running around. Caught in the middle of this are our next 3 companions. We have Louis, a fantastic armored unit, Chloe, our first flying unit, and Celine, who like Etier has a low build stat, but in her case it is only due to her dress making up 50% of her total body. The dress is real thick. But in that thickness, she comes packing with her next emblem ring, Celica from Fire Emblem Gaiden and the 3DS remake Shadows of Valentia. I start the chapter 4 map by immediately sending Vander north by himself and leaving him to die for no other reason except that I felt like it. And someone in chat suggested to purposely sack off Vander at some point. Something about stealing his horse and giving another unit said horse. Everyone else moves east to rescue the isolated Chloe, and Louis holding out in the middle of the map. Louis holds the fort on a fort tile, healing himself when he needs it, while Chloe bumbles around trying to stay alive and out of enemy ranges. On turn 3, she was a little bit in trouble, so I sent in an engaged Celine using Warp Ragnarok, a big chunky spell that also lets the user teleport 10 tiles away before detonating the target. This is essentially a once per engage magical nuke. Meanwhile, on the bottom side of the map, Etier, equipped with Emblem Sigurd, runs around the area picking up kill XP wherever possible. After Chloe is safe, I ferry her down with the rest of the gang, as well as warp Ragnarok to safety once Celine's engage meter is back up again. So because I was a bit slow on moving my units to the middle to rescue Louis before he dies, I get into a clumpy situation with lots of damaged units. As my brain was computing the next sequence of moves, I sent Etier to what I thought was a 1-range lance fighter. It was in fact a mage who could counterattack at 2 range.
Here's what we'll do. Yeah. Yeah, he's got 3 Rapiers IRL. That's actually really cool. Wait, I just got IT killed. I wasn't paying attention.
Now that the mage is dead, I send Louis back to hold the line. With the boss coming towards us, I risk his life by putting him back on that fort tile, in range of the boss with a 7% crit chance.
Oh, here he comes. No, wait, he's fine! He didn't get doubled. He's fine! Louis fine. I thought that mage was gonna double, because that's what I'm used to with Armor Knights. I mean, I don't want to speak too soon here. No, don't crit. Oh, okay. We're fine. Louis lives.
Afterwards, mopping up the rest of the enemies for XP and critting the boss with Celine, ending the map with no further tragedies. Without Etier watching our backs, a corrupted gets the jump on us, but we are bailed out by a mysterious girl who likes to introduce himself by having the camera angled pointed directly at her bare feet. This will totally not be a defining feature of this character in future cutscenes.